I've just come home and there's a parcel that I've been expecting and waiting for. I think this is the first time I'll have looked at My Curly Grandad, which is my latest book, just finished and ready for its launch. It's a book that has been worked on for many, many years. In fact, it's the book that began me being a writer. It's quite emotional. It's a book that's based around the time in the couple of weeks after my dad died, and the experience that I had with my small children at that time, trying to explain to them and answer their questions. And I'm really hopeful that this is a book that will give Christian parents like me the words that we need to be able to share clearly what the Bible says about those who die, who are friends of Jesus, what the Bible tells us will happen, and give us the ability and the confidence to answer questions when our children encounter this. So here we go. I'm about to look at it for the first time. I'm a little bit scared and really excited, but okay, I can see the back, see my logo. That's always nice. A book to help little people and their grown-ups find out about what the Bible says about life after death because of Jesus. Here we go. There's a little bit of a change to the front cover style that I've been using because the independent publishing company that I work with has changed their software and amalgamated with another one. So the covers that were on offer are slightly different than they used to be, but I love it actually. It's really clean. So My Curly Grandad, let's have a look. It's nicely printed. I want to show you the dedication page. Have a look. There's me and my sister with my dad, and of course I've dedicated it to the memory of my dad, who used to love reading us stories and told us loads about his friend Jesus. And I've dedicated it to all his grandchildren. And actually the photos come out beautifully, so I'm happy with that. I'll read you the beginning. Here we go. There's a page with rain, sadness. It's sad colours, cold colours, and it's snowing, which it actually was when we drove down to Mum's house after we'd heard the news that he had died. It was snowing and it was quiet. We were going to Granny and Grandad's house. Granny had phoned because Grandad had been very ill in the night, and all of a sudden he had died. And for my children, we didn't have any sign or any warning that this might happen. It was a complete shock, and there was a lot to unravel actually in terms of how they were feeling and also how they could understand it. And I've used the idea of Bethany being the older sister helping Asher to find out answers, just like I helped my children at the time. I don't pull my punches. We've got the funeral service talked about exactly as we experienced it, with some theological understanding thrown in that form of question and answer. Very child friendly, and also I'm hopeful, really hopeful, that it will give parents like me that feeling of confidence about talking about these things. And as usual, at the back I have done some pages. I was a bit worried about these pages actually, because I've tried to put a lot of writing in. I wasn't sure how it would feel when I saw it in the flesh, but actually I love it. It's worked really well. So I've got some Bible passages that will help you to focus in on some of the truths that the character Bethany shares with the character Asher. And then there's also, as usual, some spaces and some questions for you to work through with your children as you read it, if that's helpful for you. I've had really good feedback from the endings of these books that I've been writing, that actually to have the space to reflect and to do our own thinking and to carry on that work of understanding is really helpful. So I hope this will be the same. There's a couple of pages like that, and I've also included quite a lot of space at the back for children or parents together to draw and to think about things that they remember with fondness, their fond memories of people that they have experienced having died. Something perhaps we shy away from a bit, But the more we can talk with our children about the reality of missing somebody and the things that we miss about them, and the things that we remember with fondness and with love, then the easier it is actually to share that process of grief together, and to feel like it's not a taboo, and we can talk about these people that we love who are no longer there to spend time with in our experience here on earth. So here we are, My Curly Grandad. Watch out on social media for all the book launch events. I'll be keeping you in touch with what's going to be happening on my publishing website, Clearly Nurturing Publishing. And it's available on Amazon even now, so you could get in a sneak preview before you've seen some of the launch events, but I'll keep you posted as we go, and I'm really, really pleased. Before I finish, thank you for watching, by the way. I know it's long and rambling, but I've indulged myself, I think, at the end. The last page, I've put a picture of my dad waving. He was really fond of walking, and this was taken on one of those kind of family walks, and here he is waving off into the distance, and I think that's a really beautiful way to end the book. Anyway, enjoy. Thank you.